Okay, welcome. This is our Rise and Remember new challenge that's going to bring us all the way up until the end of December. So it's a lot of 1 minute holds, so get your timer ready. We've already done our 5 minutes of journaling and 2 minutes seated meditation, and we can come into our downward facing dog. So this will be the one and only dog for this sequence, so enjoy if this is your first bit of movement, or even if it's not. Just do your thing. Check your alignment. Breathe, have a, play around with your gaze, look up to your belly button, to your knees. Keep breathing deep. We want to keep oxygenating the body as we go through, all of these movements, because they're going to build a bit of fire and a bit of heat as we go on. And we're keeping the hips nice and high. We've got a little bit of softness in the elbows and really driving from the shoulder blades, trying to draw the hips away, up and out. Giving you a little smile there. Wasn't smiling at the end. Okay, I think we're nearly done now. So after this, we're going to be moving into a high plank position. Feel free to hit pause in between any of these movements to catch your breath. Okay, up next, 1 minute high plank. Previous down dog was also for 1 minute. So yes, high plank. I'm showing you the kind of good plank, naughty plank. We don't want to be dipping the hips. We don't want to be protracting the shoulders. We do want to be lifting the rib cage, separating the shoulder blades, pulling the shoulder blades down the back, having the shoulders in line with the wrist, goes without saying. Spread your fingers. I'm wiggling my toes back a little bit there as well, because it's the less weight we have in our feet, the better. Even though it feels more difficult, it's actually easier endurance longer term wise, because we can use those legs. We want to squeeze the glutes and just have this braced position, if someone was to come and try and push us over, they wouldn't be able to. It's this real internal feeling that we want. Okay, we're done. Take a break. Breathe. Next up is our goddess squats or sumo squats. So we want to start really wide with the feet here and turning the toes out. You can do whatever you want with the hands. I'm giving you a few demo options. It can change as you go on. I'm doing traditional goddess mudra here, and we're going to go nice and deep. So pushing the knees out really wide and going as deep as we can with these goddess squats, tucking the tailbone under, making sure we're not sticking the butt out and in a really deep anterior pelvic tilt. And options also to here is to go onto the balls of your feet. So lift your heels up. Does make it a lot more challenging. It's going to work the legs a lot harder. You can mix that up and maybe do your last few with the heels off once you've got your balance. So 10 of these, 10 of your finest goddess squats, ladies. And we're breathing. We're always breathing. We're always noticing, what's happening in the movement present, what leg is doing what, etc. Okay, next up are our handstand hops. We've got 10 hops to do, a mixture of single leg hops. If you want tuck hops, when you're doing these single leg hops or any sort of variation, you want to just really be focusing on your push strength. So as you hop, driving the floor away from you, that is what is generating the power and the force to get those hips and those legs up. I'm just demoing a few of the tuck jumps here as well. Also working the hips high. You can see how high the hips have got to go up to land above the shoulders. And the minute we jump, we're falling. So yeah, don't be afraid to go for a good bit of power though there, and they will puff you out because they're very strong, very big on the legs. Okay, next movement, next exercise, next posture is a reverse tabletop. You can play around with your hand positions here, not while you're in it, but decide before you go. I just started walking backwards and forwards doing these, which are great. So if you've got a bit of space and you can move forwards and back in this position, it's very good. Also options to straighten the legs out and start extending with straighter legs. it does put a lot more focus on the glute muscles, all of the posterior chain. Don't drop the head all the way back. So yeah, keep a bit of strength in the neck. Try not to let the whole head hang back. Here's my demo of what not to do with the head. Keep breathing. Very strong on that one. Obviously, it's a back bend. Okay, pause if you need to. Nice deep breaths. Moving on to our bridge. So this was interesting actually, to hold this for 1 whole minute, to really see and feel the back muscles here. My glutes are a little bit tired from training the previous day. So yeah, because my glutes are tired, I really felt the effort and the strength that was required in my lower back, and my middle back. So yeah, I just thought I would mention that because it's good to focus on these things. I'm giving you the eye. Keep squeezing, keep lifting the hips, and keep resisting the gravity. This is another 1 minute hold. They're all 1 minute holds. Any of the ones that we're not doing repetitions, if we're doing any reps, it's reps of 10, and any holds are holds for 1 minute. So again, squeezing, breathing, focusing on squeezing both butt cheeks in together as hard as you can, driving the feet into the floor and keeping the knees away from the hips. That's it, we're done. Having a moment of reflection before we come into our forearm plank. Another poor variation for you, 2 of them where the hips are too lifted or the hips are too dropped. We want to be somewhere in the middle. And again, just that feeling of being braced for impact. That is definitely kind of my go-to cue for what helps me stay strong in these. And you can see there's really an elevation of the rib cage. You really want to be doming out your stomach, pulling your rib cage in. I know it's really, really challenging, and it can feel horrible on the core, shall we say. But just, go there. It's just 1 minute to, breathe, be in the discomfort. We know after a period of time of doing this, it's gonna get easier. It just is. So yeah, that's it. We're done. Okay, break, and coming into our last few postures here now. We have got this. These are our narrow squats into a calf raise or a heel lift. So hips, knees and feet all in alignment, coming down as low as you can, as low as your hips will allow you, and squeezing. So trying to use your core as you're going throughout this whole motion. You really need it, especially at the top. And I'm demonstrating here going a little less deep, which is absolutely fine. Don't push deep to the point where your heels lift. We've got to keep our heels down for this. Only when we lift up to the top, we come out of the squat and then lift our heels off, press into the balls of our feet. And we're really looking for stability through all the joints, the ankle, and it's normal to be a little bit wobbly here. I'm looking forward to seeing how this challenge evolves, because they're all movements that are extremely functional and good for full body and symmetry. So 10 of these. The last one there, I wanted to make sure I really got that last squeeze on the calves. 1 minute inversion hold is next, so feel free to pause after those squats if you want to, before you come in, and set your own timers if you want. I have done little clips of this video to make it not so long. But yeah, this all in all, this didn't take too long. I think 13 or 14 minutes. So yeah, there's making these little micro adjustments in this headstand. I noticed and that I was doing here in this tripod, and also playing around with some legs, like making it look a little bit pretty and floating around, and yeah, doing whatever you seek. I wanted to finish with a really tight tuck here, just to remind my body of nice spinal alignment and not too much of a butt sticky outy going on. So yeah, once you've finished your Shasana or any sort of inversion, I shouldn't say Shasana because it would be any headstand, forearm stand or handstand, go for it. And our final posture here will be a back bend. So back bend of your choice. I went for wheel because I was already a little bit warmed up, and this really warmed me up, so I felt ready for this one. And as ever, options to change things up. I'm doing a straight leg version here, which is extremely strong and intense on the whole back bend, on the shoulders, the back, the legs. Have a play around with lifting a leg, as we've said, and as I've said, as time goes on and as the days goes on with this, we're going to be feeling stronger, and maybe we might fancy changing and trying and just exploring these postures in a little bit more depth. And that's it. A minute is up. We're going to finish by just taking a moment, breathing, sitting down. I am really excited and ready for this challenge myself. So thank you all for being a part of it. Let's go, enjoy, see and speak to you soon. Lots of love.